Hey guys, welcome to this week's IPL video. How have you been? I hope you're all good. We're past the halfway mark and I think the best part of the competition is just being able to recognise the young guns of the IPL. Right about now, it's pretty clear who's taking the IPL 2020 by storm, and that's what the IPL is all about, right? We have legends of the game mixed in with emerging talent on the perfect platform to make a name for yourself. So in this video, what I'm going to do is list the young stars that have caught my eye so far this season. If that's something you're interested in, then do subscribe and keep watching. So I'm starting with the obvious. 20-year-old Devdutt Padikkal, who plays for Karnataka and has always played for the Indian under-19 team as well. I think RCB is a totally different side this year. From last season, this is the same team that lost their first 6 matches, and now they're achieving their best season since 2016. The team is looking decent in every department actually, batting, bowling and fielding too, so a huge improvement from last season overall. And of course, being led by 2 icons of the game, it helps, Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers. They hardly fail to perform, and aside from the big names, another player who's been talk of the town this season is young Devdutt Padikkal. He's had such a solid start. He's really been delivering as an opener. He's been providing a solid base for the team and he seems to handle pressure really well. He's second behind Kohli with the most runs for the team. He's on 321 so far. That includes 3 50+ scores. He's quite a big, strong lad, 6'3". His playing style, it's exciting to watch, and I'm glad he's been delivering above and beyond this season to become a household name. RCB look good to make it through to the all-important playoffs, and it must feel great for young Padikkal to have been instrumental in their success so far. Let's talk about an exciting duo. Yep, I have to mention Abhishek Sharma and Priyam Garg. A standout game in the first half of the season, of course, it was when Sunrisers Hyderabad took on CSK and Priyam Garg and Abhishek Sharma played excellently to take their side from 70 for 5 to 164. Priyam Garg, who's actually the captain of the under-19 Indian team, he said the plan was to play my shots and their bowling helped. I've batted with Abhishek throughout my childhood, so it was easy. My self-belief has grown after the knock. I mean, isn't that what the IPL is all about? Learning from the veterans, evolving and growing as a player, whilst being given the freedom to thrive. It might take time, but these youngsters building on their dynamics together, ultimately, it will benefit Indian cricket. Next up, let's talk about bowlers. This week, Sunrisers Hyderabad got a much needed win over Rajasthan Royals. Manish Pandey, wow, he just orchestrated the perfect chase for them. So this result sees SRH inch just a little bit closer to playoff qualification, but there's still some work to be done as they're currently on 4 wins and 6 losses this season. So despite a mixed campaign so far, there's a player on the bowling front for SRH who has caught my eye. With the unit made up of international stars like, Rashid Khan, Jason Holder, this guy has pulled through with some really impressive stats. Yep, of course, I'm talking about left-arm seamer T. Natarajan. He's been the Yorker king this season. Get a load of this. He's taken 11 wickets so far. That's just 1 behind Rashid Khan. And his economy rate, it's currently at 8.78. It's just 0.53 short of Jason Holder, who is Sunrisers' #1 guy for bowling average. He's had a long journey to success in the IPL. He failed to impress last year, but this season, he's grabbing all the right attention. Okay, moving on to a player who's proving to be an unsung hero for Kings 11 Punjab, Ravi Bishnoi. He's just turned 20 years old and he finished the 2020 Under-19 Cricket World Cup as the tournament's highest wicket taker. This week in particular, Bishnoi showed just how valuable an asset he is to Kings 11. The side managed to bounce back after suffering 5 consecutive defeats. Things are definitely on the up for them with 3 successive wins, and young Bishnoi has to be applauded for this turnaround. His IPL debut season, it has been pretty solid. He's bowled 220 deliveries and given away 277 runs, which makes it an economy of 7.91. With regards to wickets taken for Kings 11, he's just second behind one of Team India's frontline bowlers, Mohammad Shami. I think Bishnoi should be proud of himself for just leading the spin department for Kings 11 Punjab and doing a really good job of it. Okay, now let's talk about Kolkata Knight Riders, who seem to have an eye for the future. 2 youngsters who've been plagued with injury despite immense potential are 20-year-old Kamlesh Nagarkoti and 21-year-old Shivan Mavi. So much so that actually the BCCI and KKR have financially supported the two on their road to recovery. So 2 years of injury and lack of competitive cricket isn't ideal for a young, promising cricketer. But I think there's a lot more in store for these two. The duo put up match-winning performances at the start of the season, and admittedly, they haven't really blown us away since then. But given that it's just 2 years since they led India through an unbeaten run to the Under-19 World Cup title in New Zealand, like I said, I think the best is yet to come for these lads. The support from their franchise is something special. Seeing them reunite this year on the IPL stage is a promising example of the investment needed in the future stars in Indian cricket for the long term. There are several more youngsters who deserve recognition. We can't ignore Shubman Gill. Although he has been struggling with a below-par strike rate this season, he's had a consistent run at the top. He's managed 312 runs in 10 matches, and that makes him the leading run scorer for KKR. Then there's Ishan Kishan. I mean, he isn't exactly a new name in the IPL. He's more of a seasoned pro now, but he seems to have really come of age. I guess his standout match in this first half of the season was when the defending champions took on RCB, and that clash saw Ishan Kishan and Pollard post a match-saving partnership, and Kishan himself smashed his way to 99, which, as you'll remember, took the game to a super over. Mayank Agarwal isn't exactly a young gun at 29 years old, but in terms of emerging players, he's having a killer campaign so far. So much so that actually yesterday, John T. Rhodes said that Mayank Agarwal has shown this season that he's more than a test player, and no one can argue with that. Alongside KL Rahul, Agarwal has thrived with his quick-fire knocks, and he has shown that he's an all-format player. He's currently the 3rd highest run scorer out of the whole competition. I'm going to finish on one of the youngest bright sparks of IPL 2020. 18-year-old all-rounder Abdul Samad, who plays for SRH. Do you know he's only the 3rd cricketer from Jammu and Kashmir to feature in the IPL? So it's a really proud moment for his region. He's grown under the best, Irfan Pathan, the coach of Jammu, and although he's still the new boy on the IPL scene, he's someone to look out for, and most importantly, his story will motivate youngsters. It would be wonderful if his bright future acts as a success story for others in the region. Anyways, that's me done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video on what I think of the young guns of the IPL. Have I missed any out? Which young stars have impressed you lot this season? Do comment below and let me know. And thanks again for watching. I'll catch all of you guys next week. Bye for now.